Okay, all right. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? Good, good.
I'm excited
Woo!
Yes,
and
good.
terrified.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So are we doing the intros first?
Oh, I have nothing
What do you mean?
prepared.
Do you want
I
me to
don't know
do
what
the
I'm going to be
bam,
asked.
bam, bam,
No, no,
bam,
no.
bam, bam?
Well, that's a Rob special. But
Well, no.
are we doing the like fact about your character thing that you mentioned last time?
Yeah, I've got a set list of questions I'm going to ask you that you can
Ooh.
answer about your character.
Okay.
Okay,
I was just excited.
you ready?
Ready? Oh, you did.
Did I lose connection?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
Okay, good. All right, this is a conversation, not a talking at. What is your character's favorite comfort meal? What would you say? I will accept BS as an answer.
Hobie's favorite comfort meal is, and I've already touched on this a little bit with like the way he handles his one of his spells. His favorite comfort meal is whatever pastry in the shop is left over and has been discounted with a cup of strong black coffee.
Okay, that's good. Actually, really good. So he likes like the sweetness, but he also he seems like a coffee nut.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a coffee nut, but really he likes sitting in the little not tavern, but it's sort of like a study that has serves some food, but at 9 p.m. all of their day old or all their stuff of that day turns into day old stuff, so you can get it for 2 for a copper.
Okay, got it. I put the name of that store down underneath.
So you like the clearance aisle?
Yeah. I mean, well, no, because
foods.
he's relatively prudent with his money.
Oh yes,
he's good, and he's like, I can enjoy this just as much as a fresh one, and also I'm gonna suck down this coffee.
Fair enough.
This poop dragon coffee. Oh, and Rob's gone. So Schwad.
Yeah,
I'm not gone.
what
That's
up?
okay.
What is Yar's Emerald's favorite food? What's his comfort food when he's having a bad day?
A stew that used to be made on the ship he worked on.
Oh shit. So would you say that the stew is elven in nature, or was it just kind of like a hodgepodge?
Hodgepodge.
Okay, so it's something he learned.
Sometimes you got randomness, sometimes you got some good, sometimes you had some trash because that's all that was left.
So a space version of Hunter stew.
Yeah, just space version of Hunter stew with biscuits.
Okay. He likes biscuits and Hunter stew of void walkers and shit.
Yeah.
Tanga, what about, or Shannon, what's Tanga's favorite meal?
All right, so is there an equivalent of an apple in the Feywild?
It would be an apple.
Okay, so Ma's apple pie that she makes.
You have no idea how hard, and this is for everyone, this is also out of game. I have tried so hard. I have rewritten Tanga's parents 9 times because sometimes I've made them kind of overbearing and kind of shuttling them out, but I want to make them just the sweetest, dumbest fucking people you've ever met.
They are. They're sweet, but they're not as they're simple folk, just like Tanga, but maybe I would say that they're smarter than Tanga.
They're a little bit more with.
They're not
Tanga,
smart, but they're smarter than Tanga, which isn't hard, to be fair.
Yeah. So if there was some sort of metric that we could put on paper, Tanga would be a 9 or an 8, and they would be a 9.
No, so Tanga, according to the paper, is at an 11, which is wild. But I would say
that her she's an airhead.
She's an airhead. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then her parents, I would say 13.
Okay. So they're
and then her brother would be 15, 16. So he's smart. But he's young too, so he has room to grow.
The weird prodigal son. All right, RJ, what would Lodestone's go-to comfort meal be?
I think growing up in the High Moors in the Silvery Moon, uh, definitely would be like venison caught by like wood elf hunters. Where like I would hope like wood elves use like exotic woods to enhance flavors and like a smoking barbecue thing where like it's got this great skin to it, but then as soon as you like start to get into it, it like just shreds apart and it's so nice. And I would wager a guess being an Earth Genasi, he would definitely like the Elven bread, which my headcanon for Elven bread was like it's not quite a Hawaiian sweet roll, but like it's almost there.
Yeah, it's got like that it's not like a sugary taste, but it's got that like other side of like the sweeter starch.
Yep. Yeah, instead of biting
Oh,
into it and it's like moist and like you can tell the gluten development, it's just like right there. It's just like, ooh man, that's I can even need to get another bite of that, but it's not like the bite into it and it's like buttery soft, like boom,
yeah.
pow, sweetness, like a Hawaiian bun, but like just hints.
I want one of those really badly.
That sounds
Also,
good.
fun fact about wood elves, like by the Wizards of the Coast, usually if they're not hunting, wood elves would live off of deadfall. So if they were gonna make a fire, it would have been like, I guess the like human equivalent of like dried hickory or dried like oak. Like it would be an already very ripe, relatively aromatic, but
Yeah,
non-fungal piece of wood. So like anything braised or cooked over that would be. I'm hungry. I want an apple pie and a hot coffee and an off Hawaiian roll and some venison. Fuck.
Mm.
Oh man, I'm
Oh,
gonna have to.
you were
Huh?
thinking Hawaiian roll for? So I was thinking, and I've like, this is also one of Steve's favorite things to have, and I'll take you guys there one day, but
Oh wait, don't dox us.
the coffee shop I would go to closes at like 5, and I would get there at 4, and nobody would buy these savory. Um, I forgot what type of flour it was called. It was like spelt flour or something like that, or spelt flour. Sorry, I have hiccups.
Yeah,
And it's
Steve just
these like
misread it. It's spilt flour.
spilt flour. No, it was called spelt flour scones, and they're almost like a savory, seeded, like almost like a rye bread scone. And at at 4:30, right a half hour before they close, they would wrap them up in a little bit of wax paper, and they're hard as the dickens. I mean, they're scones, so they're already a little hard, and they've been sitting there for most of the day, drying out. So they're very like crumbly and mealy, but they absorb coffee and turn into this like this
Oh yeah.
savory but a little bitter and a little bit of sweet. Like the sweetness of the coffee comes out and it gets chocolatey in a way.
Oh
When
god.
it gets absorbed by this like almost day old scone.
Oh god. Also,
Uh,
for anyone watching and for my friends, spelt is a grain. It's like kissing cousins to wheat, but it's never been like bred or like homogenized. It's still like a wild wheat growth.
could you
But yeah,
never describe anything as kissing cousins, please?
sure, sure. Wait till
This is yucky.
wait till you meet like your family. These
your
are
fake
kissing
cousins.
cousins. Yeah, you're kissing cousins.
I don't like
Okay.
any of that.
Well, I've learned a little bit more about my characters, and I hope you guys did too. When last we left, Lodestone had taken off with everyone's favorite paladin to celebrate uh, dropping an ancient blue dragon. Hobie, Yars, and Miss Tanga have absconded in a different direction with a three three blue dragon eggs, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to. We're splitting the party. This is 1 month into D&D, and we've done it. Uh, so oops, am going to.
Achievement unlocked.
Yep, the achievement's called a dangerous game. Um, I am going to move Lodestone to
Hmm.
the tavern. And then you three, let me know where you guys would go,
Ooh.
and I will adjust accordingly. So, you get to the tavern. It's literally the closest one to the harbor, and the place is just going absolutely nuts. There are like the dragon scales. They don't look as fine or as neat or even as thick as the ones that were on the dragon, but like there are just barrels full of these like borderline shale pearlescent blue scales, and people are like laughing and drinking. This is post you guys getting the bad news about the world collapsing. Everyone's like, oh, okay, like this is a W. Like we're winning whatever problem we have because we just can kill one. Like those two groups went in and they killed them. We have nothing to worry about. Lodestone, you are surrounded by, I don't know if you remember all of the characters.
Renly, Pilfer, Worm.
Yep.
Lucas.
Yeah,
I
so
just forgot. Is it Aviana is the cleric?
yes, Aviana, the cleric of Tyr. They walk you in. You've kind of like interspersed with their group, and the waitress gives you guys a large table. And yeah, you are free to order. Everyone just kind of orders like, the stew, the special, the meat. You notice that Worm doesn't order anything, but kind of pulls out a stick and starts like picking at it. Can you give me a perceptions check? Number to beat is a 15. Yeah, it looks like he just under his like tree stump helmet, he just kind of takes a piece of wood and kind of gnaws at it and then puts it back into his pouch.
I
No,
like.
you're not there.
Oh, never mind.
Unless
then
you
I
want
didn't-
to, unless you want to be there.
Did you
Never
go
mind.
with Lodestone and
yeah.
Lucas at the dock?
We can retcon that if you want.
No,
like
no,
a 2 and 2
no.
split.
Because it
No,
was
I prefer
originally
it here.
VC that went with them, but VC ain't here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Well, yeah, you just see this I guess almost mute druid gnaw on like a wrist-sized or forearm-sized stick and put it back into his pouch, and he sits there with his fingers interlocked in front of him. Lodestone. So Lucas is going to wrap his arms around you and pull you in like to like a side hug while you guys are sitting. And he's gonna say, "Sir, I have never seen a Genasi fight with such vigor and such passion, such as you. You have to tell me where you come from."
I've trained with the Knights of Silver over in Silvermoon, and my father was a chapter master of the Red Knight, so you could say that I've come up through the ranks of knighthood. Of course, I never really got a full chance at it before life had its own path for me to take.
I was under the impression that the Knights of Silver only were conscripted of elves. This is news to me. Your father must be insanely proud of you. I could only imagine if I had a son who, at such an age, already accomplished so much. You here, please, and the waiter or the waitress comes over and brings you your food, and he like waves your hand off and pulls out a large sack. So like normally like a waist size sack. This is like a cargo pocket sized bag of gold, and he hands her two pieces and he says, "Give this man whatever he wants." And she kind of like stares like bug-eyed at him.
The stew, ma'am, and a pitcher of ale, please.
Absolutely, sir. Just a moment. And you can see like she holds one coin between her thumbs and kind of tries to like bend it to make sure it's not like a wooden one. And she scurries off.
Sir Lucas, I have to tell you, I am 35.
You don't look a day over 21, sir. The beard might throw it off a bit, I suppose. And I also suppose I've not been around many Genasi myself, so perhaps you age differently than us. right? But
Perhaps that's true.
it certainly could be the case. Listen, we were rock solid. Thanks, Yarsik. We were so impressed. We would like to offer you a place in our group. Now, I understand that the conscription letters in Baldur's Gate have our names and marks on them, and we would never want to break a law, especially one held such in such high revere and coveted as the Archduke of Baldur's Gate. But we do have some influence in Baldur's Gate and in Waterdeep. This is originally where I'm from. We could have it so that it was amended to bring you into our fold, sir.
Sir Lucas, I'm honored for the offer, but I must stay true and loyal to the team that I'm with. We've already gone through enough hardship as it is. And plus, I have a feeling that Sylvanus, Lord of Divination, has me on this path that it was a chance encounter with them of why we all signed up together. I mean, you saw it. We got to that blue dragon and slayed it underneath the waves. You cannot deny that that's not fate.
No, I cannot deny that that's fate, but as you have your god, I have mine, and I believe it was Tyr who caused us to intervene. It seemed like your friends wanted to spare or even heal that monster. I luckily we were there to talk to you to make sure that at least you, I'm assuming the leader of that group, was able to come to terms and make sense and do what was right for the people here.
I'm not the leader of that group, and I can tell you that our primary mission was fact finding and understanding. What you saw was us, interrogating the beast.
That is an incredibly intelligent move, and he kind of like looks at the cleric, and even she's like kind of taken aback. So you were able to restrain this dragon, and then you extrapolated information from it. So what did you learn? What did you I mean, honestly, everything that dragon probably said to you was a lie. You do understand that, right? The only thing that
Yes.
creates that is chaos and evil. But was there any truths you could possibly glean from it?
Only that it was dying. But yes, no, I see your point. They are of chaos and evil doing, the chromatic dragons that they are. But he seemed to have some knowledge and connection of Tiamat being sealed away in Avernus, causing the plight of our world that it currently faces. It did not know much more beyond that, as we were hoping to get more from just that fact alone to know where our next stop is. Could I potentially ask you all where you'll be heading to next now that this beast is slain?
So, what's your passive perception?
It's a 12.
Okay, so you see the metal tankard that Lucas is holding. He has now dented in with his fingers. There's fine outlines in between, and he looks at you, and the joyous, relatively jovial demeanor has all but diminished. And he says to you, "Did you tell me that Tiamat has finally been sealed?"
Oh, Sir Lucas, I thought you heard of the news from Baldur's Gate. Yes, that goddess of dragons, Tiamat, was sealed away.
We assumed that to be more of a rumor or a a postulation as to why this could be happening. This is wonderful news. He like grabs the cleric's like forearm and like starts shaking her. He goes, "We have to exterminate all of them. They're weak now. We can rid this world of the evils that have plagued this land for thousands of years. Don't you understand that? This is
Aye, that is what I gathered from seeing that dragon in such a weakened state. And you saw it yourself when I told you to hold your hand on smashing those eggs. They were lifeless. Neither one of those eggs from that brood were going to be successful.
Okay, so in game, you know that's a lie, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you know what you have to do.
Live and die by the lie.
But he has advantage, yes.
Yes, he does, because
Yeah.
he's wearing his breastplate of the liar.
Hold up. It's
Okay, but
advantage? I
at
thought
the
it was just a plus
time,
two.
at
Oh,
the
sorry,
time,
plus two.
it was true because before he killed them, they were lifeless. So from a point of view, that was true.
Wait, do you guys hear? Is Tanga in the room? Did you hear her?
I'm not talking with a southern accent. This is Shannon.
Oh, yeah, this is Shannon. Okay, yeah. And he goes, He was like, it felt good to watch those lifeless bodies sway in the ocean as I struck them.
I fucking
Unfortunately, I could
hate
only
him.
wish. Yes, okay, shh. I could only wish that maybe they had a spark in their eyes that I could have snuffed out.
He's the
But
worst.
that's a problem for another time, because now I know that we can strike while the iron is hot. We must take off and hunt down these dragons. Perhaps if we rid the whole world of them, the world will acquiesce and return to normal. He releases the tankard and it makes like a clunk noise when he pulls his pauldrons off of it. That man had almost crushed it from excitement. We don't have a murder hobo, but we found one. No, Lucas is a good man.
Yeah, right.
No.
Purge the evil.
Yeah. He says, group, we must make haste. He grabs your shoulder and he uses it to like prop himself up out of his chair. And he lays 5 gold pieces on the table. He goes, this is for you and your friends. We're going to continue pushing north into Neverwinter. We believe that there might be black dragons there. Hopefully, if we don't make it, you can finish the deal. Do you understand?
Lucas, I understand. Leave word of where you'll be with the gates, and if we find our way up there, I'll look you up.
Godspeed with you, friend. And he doesn't intentionally mean to tussle your hair. It went for like a head pat, but as he was like shuffling off, he kind of like ruffles your hair and then walks off.
If his cleric is walking by, like trailing the group, if he's like already like bolstering out of there, I will like just say to her like, I hope I hope the justice of Tyr guides your blades.
And she'll turn and she says, he always does. And she gives you like a very quaint bow and a smile and steps off.
I will nod, and when I'm alone, I will grimace.
All right, so Lodestone is now enjoying his meal in peace and quiet, if not pensively. And now we will return to everyone's 3 ragtag group. The others. All right. So, whoops, this isn't the right one. So you guys have decided to step off, leaving Lodestone by his lonesome. Whereabouts
What the fuck?
are you guys gonna go?
Why is Daisy floating?
Because
She's on the roof.
She's all powerful.
Oh god, no.
Oh yes, she's an eldritch horror.
No, my
No,
baby.
yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Where would you 3 like to go?
I thought we were acquiring the gear to properly, safely stow the eggs in the cart.
Yeah. When does this paper get to me so I can read it to my friends?
So literally, as you guys like split off, it would have just appeared in front of you, a la like 1960s like Flintstones cartoon that would have like unrolled and just displayed itself in front of you. Did everyone get to see it? I don't know. Maybe
I'll read it out loud. It's fine.
Yeah. Boop.
Oh god. Southern accent.
Get
Come back.
Get the accent going. Bring it.
Wizard Dimly. I don't know if I can do it anymore. It is with great joy that I, the Archmage of the Wizards University, have coalesced with my wizard brethren and want to commend you on your masterful use of our Wizard Blast TM. As a testament to your veracity, I wonder what that means, and willingness to pursue the arcane, we have decided to bequeath to you Wizard Blast Mark II. This will surely topple any paladin or ne'er-do-well to stand in your way. Use it well, use it often, just keep using it. Archmage of the Wizards University. Well, I got my blast back, so that's exciting. I wonder what it means by toppling any paladin. Is it because I whooped that jerkwad underwater?
I really don't know, Tanga. I'm a little confused why it specifically calls out paladins.
Well,
But
I
also,
did whack one, so.
but also, I'm pretty sure I've seen use it well, use it often, just keep using it on a potion seller who, I mean, he wasn't there the week after.
Wait, what do you mean? Is this a turn of phrase, or you think you know my Archmage?
No,
Do you?
I don't think Dr. Phantasmagoria's magical hair tonic has anything to do with the Archmage of the Wizards University,
Hair
but
tonic.
he said the exact same thing. Use it well, use it often, just keep using it. And in parentheses, it was like it'll take a week to go into full effect, and in the next week he moved on to the next city.
Oh, what was his name again?
Can I do a history or insight check on what was it Dimly?
That's my
Yeah.
last name, honey.
That's her last name.
I'm
Oh.
Tanga
Oh, yeah.
Dimly. You had to do our paperwork, sir. You should know this.
Oh, I legitimately did not. Steve did not know that. I assumed that was saying like this is from the wizard Dimly.
No, I'm the
No.
wizard Dimly, silly.
It's from the Archmage of the Wizards University.
Can I do a history or an insight check? That seems made up.
I can hand you the paper and you can see it. What do you mean?
Can I-
It sounds made up.
This is gonna sound weird. I've got calligrapher's supplies. Can I almost do like a forensics on like, oh, is this like magical paper or is this?
I will
like-
let you either roll an Arcana or an Insight check.
Do an insight. That's 4.
Yeah,
plus 5,
you can
9.
tell it. You can tell it's not a forgery. Like it is magical in nature. And someone who has magical powers did make this and send this. But from what you can tell, this is a true blue-blooded decree.
Yeah, Tanga. It seems like your wizard. I don't know who your headmaster is, but he can't stand paladins.
Well, if they're all like that, I'm not gonna say it because there are certain words you just shouldn't say, but I don't like that one. He was awful. I've never met somebody I don't like. This is a new feeling, and I don't like it.
Tanga, you've never met somebody you don't like?
Well, why would I? I don't meet baby killers very often.
It's just such an odd thing to hear. Usually, I mean, usually people you don't like or people that don't like you are a dime a dozen in the city. I don't you know. Many people I don't like.
What's there not to like? There's something
The guy with
good
the hair
about
tonic,
most people.
The guy
Well,
with the
he
hair
said he
tonic, I
was-
didn't like him.
Well,
He said
he
he was
sounds
guided
quite
by God.
innovative.
Clearly, not all gods are created equal.
Well,
Some are less efficient and divine.
as far as I know, those of the Sealy Court are all, well, equal in my mind, but it's not like I ever met none of them, so it's fine. But that one, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, that guy was an asshole.
Anyway, what does the Mark II do in comparison to your Mark I? This wizard blast you keep yelling.
Well, yeah, he did seem to like it, calling it a wizard blast with a
Yep.
little TM. That's so funny. But I don't know what changed. I guess I'll have to find out next time I use it. But considering what it did to those fish folk, I probably shouldn't
Yeah,
just pull
that
that out and around.
Yeah,
you know?
that was awful. That was terrible.
It was effective, sir.
Yeah, it really was effective in detonating their corpus. But okay.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't mean to get so much blood in your face, but you did fine after. It's fine. You're good. We were underwater. It was bound to happen.
Bound to happen.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
So you see this cart in front of you, Tanga?
Yeah.
And you see that there are 2 crates in front of it, and if you were playing Skyrim, they would say empty.
Okay.
So if you wanted to give it a little wizard blast, you could see what it does. Feel free to roll that. What a great mod.
I look around. Do you guys mind if I do a little practice, see what's new?
Oh, are we? I'm gonna go look around like
Are
for
we
the
not in
crowd
the middle
of
of
people.
town?
Are you going to kill another person in front of us?
Excuse me. I just met the box.
Would
I
you be
mean-
mad if somebody shot your shit up if it
Oh,
was just sitting
that's
around?
fair. I'll wait until we find somebody. It's fine.
Oh, look. An apparition of your favorite. Oh, whoops.
Oh look, a little
An
child
apparition.
appeared.
An apparition of your favorite paladin shows up.
Very
With an
funny. So
ethereal
out
glow.
of game, do you want me to just show what it does, or?
No, yeah, no. This is in game. So you guys see a fake Lucas pop up, and he starts going, "All dragons are bad. Everything I say is right. You are all stupid."
All right, guiding bolt, rank 9.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead and hit it.
Well, I guess somebody wants me to practice, so Wizard Blast.
Oh my god. So when she says Wizard Blast, Tanga, you don't realize this, but Schwad and or Yars and Hobie, you can see her mouth moving, but you can't hear anything. And then where she used to have like just a beam of like light strike them, you can just see that it basically immolates this paladin. He's like, "No, my god was wrong. You guys were right all along." And he starts to fall apart. Like it looks like his flesh is being rended off of his body, and he becomes a pile of armor. And then little fireworks shoot. It's like pew pew pew, ba-na-na-na. And
Did anyone
disappears.
else find that odd?
Wizard
I'm
Blast
not gonna
shoots
ask
fireworks?
anymore around you, Tanga.
What?
What was that? What was that?
Just gonna nod and say, okay.
Huh.
Anything y'all need from town while we're in it?
Weren't we gonna pick up that gear to stow the things?
Yeah, where are we gonna store these eggs?
In
Are
her
we
cart.
looking
Well,
for
right
a
now I
safe house?
assumed that we put
Yeah.
them in the cart.
You could place them in the cart that
Yeah.
Daisy is
In
carrying.
my cart, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
craft for miners.
I believe
forget
that's
the name.
what Lodestone put in the chat for, specifically for that purpose, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's slightly more invested than the rest of us on making sure these babies are good.
It was a
Yeah.
distraction
Well-
moment. I had to get him away.
And I appreciate it because I don't like him.
Because she would have
Yeah,
wizard
that
blasted
guy's an
him to
asshole.
death.
No, at the time I didn't have it, remember?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Schwad, what was your god again?
Celestian.
It is Celestian. Okay. So you see people wearing not like specifically Celestian robes, because that would be like a
Very
real
weird.
shock to the system. But
Yeah,
you do
'cause-
see followers of Mistra and Saloon. And if you were to smash the two together, you could kind of see how they would be. It would almost look like your god.
Okay.
But yeah, you see them like, and they're not like arguing. They seem relatively affable to one another. But there's like 5, maybe 10 of them, and they all walk into a large temple, and the temple is right here. It's bing. I pop it, bing.
Well, unfortunately, there's going to be no holy places for me to pray at in this world.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh, sorry. I was
You-
I forgot to level up, so I'm doing my HP right now.
Oh yeah, no. Just do your thing, man. Do you have channel divinity to find like the next step or a hint or something?
What?
You're a paladin, right?
No, I'm a cleric.
Oh, cleric. Piss. Okay. Well, just so you know, there is a Hall of Heroes.
I have channel
That's-
divinity, but it doesn't find
It doesn't
the
work
next
like that. Yeah.
No.
Which is dumb. Okay.
That's when
That's
I
good.
go super glowy and I have the fucking
Yes.
aura thing.
Love that.
Or turn
But
undead.
yeah, for all intents and purposes, if you wanted to do cleric stuff, there is a Hall of Heroes for you to attend. Moving on. You guys want to buy things, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What are we buying? What are we selling? What are you buying?
Exactly what Lodestone posted.
Okay. everything
Backpacks,
else-
blankets, chest, lock, hay.
Okay.
Need hay?
So you guys make it to a bar and livery, and that has all the things you want. And I already put the gold down. Like it's gonna cost 15 gold pieces for all of it.
You guys want to split it 5 apiece?
That's a fair bit of money. I'll go. I'll go for 5 though.
Unless you want to try to haggle it down, but yeah, we could
I
just
mean,
split
I
it.
wouldn't mind. I was never the best at it, but I wouldn't mind trying at the very least.
Okay. So you approach the bar and also the
Big
logbook
house.
for like goods on order and just goods in general. And you see it. It's a half humanoid of some type.
Hmm.
You can tell it's like half human, half something else. And he looks at you and goes, "Hey, how you doing? What do I do for you?"
Hey, hi. My name is Hobie Copperkettle, and I would like to discuss with you some of the transactions that have been going on here, specifically, and I'll point to like like our order effectively, and been like,
Yep.
would you mind providing me with an itemized receipt with just how much everything costs, like one lump sum of what do you say was 15 gold? 15 gold
Yeah.
seems quite exorbitant, even with the dragon scale inflation that's going on right now. But is there any way we can maybe do like a payment plan? I could pay you like 3 gold now, 3 gold tomorrow, 3 gold the day after. Or would you be able to take like a lump sum of like 8 gold or maybe even 6 gold?
Here, let me run the numbers for you real quick. Let me run the numbers for you. I may have made a mistake. And he like kind of digs through the widgets.
I'll actually pull out my 10 gold. Like I just have
Okay.
10 gold on me and go like, would you take 10 gold for the lot?
Yeah, you could make it 12. Meet me at 12.
All right, 11.
Yeah, I said meet me at 12.
All right, I'll meet you at 12. All right.
All right. Lucky man, 12 gold, sir.
I'll hand over. I'll hand over the 10 gold and be like, Tanker, can I borrow some gold?
Of course.
Can you
Uh,
spot your boy?
I'll like.
So you just want 2 from me, or
I just want to divvy it up. 4 gold apiece.
Yeah.
can
Gotcha.
do?
Yeah, pull it all over and.
Perfect.
Yep.
There you go. You know, well spent, well earned. You guys fucking need anything else, or what's up?
I'll look at the blanket, like the ratty blanket, be like, "This is gold? Okay. No, I think that'll be it for now. Thank you."
Okay. Good luck. Be good. Be safe.
All right. Oh, hey. Quick question.
Sure.
Um, we were maybe looking for like maybe long-term storage of some like precious goods. Do you know any banks around here that also offer um larger vault storage? I'll say.
Oh, like how big you looking? How many dragons?
Um,
How
I'll
many
I'll
spears
like
you got?
I'll like, oh no, it's like, and I'll hold up my hands to the size of one of the eggs and be like 3 of these.
Oh my. Yeah. Did you show it to him?
I'm not showing him the egg.
Oh, okay.
I'm
He's
just like
making the
you know,
shape.
He's
Okay.
sizing it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you found like 3 big dragon scales. Those, yeah, that's a lot of money, friend.
Yeah.
You could always try to use the Sword Coast Traders Bank. I
Sword
mean,
Coast
it's
Traders Bank.
yeah,
Would Hobie know anything about the Sword Coast Traders Bank?
yes. I mean, being that he is a money man,
Yeah.
almost every place uh, along the Sword Coast that has any form of trade and commerce has some form of this bank.
Mm.
There is one in Waterdeep. It's directly in the center of town. It's backed by all of the prevalent houses in every major city in Waterdeep. So it's basically backed by every single monarchy. They
Oh.
provide protection. They provide clerical assistance, and I don't mean like religious. I mean like notation and inflation and all that stuff. But they also do have, like, for lack of a better term, a safe deposit box that would be like the size of a room.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll go. I'll say. Oh. Thank you. Yeah. Why didn't I think about them? And I'll go back to you guys and go. Hey, listen. I don't know what the plan is. Carrying these guys around, but if we can get to the to a major city hub, one in Waterdeep here, I might be able to find a safe house for these things, and potentially like get them on a trade route. If I could get them down to Kalimshan, I could maybe get them across the Shining Sea into Chult somewhere, and maybe my brother can take care of them.
So as you guys step out,
Uh,
you see this
ah,
next to Tenga's cart.
Power Ranger.
Yep, you
uh,
see a Power Ranger.
hey ho, were you looking to buy some alchemy supplies?
He just kind of stares at you. He turns, but you don't see a face underneath the mask.
Okay, I just look into where I think his face would be in there and just like wave, little excited wave.
He approaches you, Tanga. He is a good 3 feet taller than you,
Oh.
and is about twice as wide as you. And he puts his great hammer down, head first, like on the floor, and he takes a knee to look you in the eye. And he goes, "Does this cart belong to you, ma'am?"
Yes, did I park it in the wrong spot? I'm sorry. I can move her.
No, absolutely not. And who are these people? And he, like, Batman turns, like, shoulders and neck and head all turning at once to face
Yes.
Yars and Hobie. Thanks, RJ. I'm glad you appreciate that.
Well, I'm Tanga Dimly, and here is Hobie Copperkettle, and this is Yars Emerald. Yars, did I say your last name proper?
You'll be alright.
Well, then I got as close as I could. Can we help you, sir?
And he takes, like, both of your hands with his hands, like he's holding your hands together in his gauntlets. And he says, "Madam, I've been sent here on a mission from my god to ensure that nothing happens to you or your precious cargo."
Uh, and I turn, like, he still has my hands. I'm not taking them away, but I look at
You couldn't
Hobie and
move your
Yars
hands
like,
unless you rolled a nat 20 for strength.
I looked up from my map from that. I'm like looking at the trade routes to get like these eggs maybe into like one of my brother's vaults, and I like, wait a minute. I'd like to I'd like to hit the primeval awareness to detect
Okay.
dragons.
Okay. There are no dragons in your vicinity.
Hey, Tanga, can I speak to you for a second?
uh,
Can
and
you
I
just
look at,
send-
I look to see if he has any inkling of letting my hands go yet.
As soon as he sees, like, he can kind of glean that you want away from it, he releases it and he puts one hand on, like, his bent knee and the other hand behind his back, like leaving the great hammer unattended, and he just kind of bows to you.
Uh, okay, sugar, I'll be right back. Hobie just needs me for just 1 second, and I'll like hop over with my little, I hoof it literally to go see Hobie.
Hobie's eyes are like electric blue slits that are just shaking with fear. He goes, Tanga, I don't know how this guy knows about like our push cargo or something like that. I don't even know what he's
Hobie,
talking about.
take a
But
breath. First
listen,
off,
he's
there's
not,
no way for us to know if he knows that we got some extra aside from like alchemy stuff. And I don't imagine he needs to protect my alchemy stuff, so I don't know what's going on.
I think he's not targeted in nature. He's not like he doesn't belong to any of the like chromatic
Sugar,
gem or
he's
the
bright
gods.
blue. I have a feeling he's on our side for this situation, but that doesn't mean he's on our side for every situation, because honestly, I don't even know what side we're on at this point.
I don't know.
We're on our own side.
We're on the side of the good guys.
On the side of us.
No. I'll pull out the contract. We are contracted. We are on a side.
Look, I'm just trying to do my best. Can I be nice to this gentleman? I'd rather not be rude. He's very big.
Promising anything? Don't tell him we got. And I'm gonna like mouth eggs.
Honey, I'm from the Feywild. If I gotta keep my mouth shut to avoid saying something silly, I'll do it.
Hobie has never doubted anything more in his life, but reserves himself to be like, okay. And you see his eyes like slowly go back to like humanoid.
Hobie, if this lovely gentleman knows about some extras, do you think he might know about your extra? Because I didn't know about nothing until we saw him. So.
Wait, what do you mean extras? You talking about the eggs, right?
Yours, darling.
My what?
You're extra. Extra.
I don't.
A smidge of problem here.
Oh. I haven't summoned him. He got knocked out the last fight, and I haven't summoned him back. He's still like healing in his geode. So he shouldn't be here for you know.
Okay, well, he doesn't seem like a negative, I guess. I'm gonna go ask some questions if you don't mind.
All right, I'll be here.
He just needs to clarify what.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
We just need to be friendly. It's fine.
Can we shift this conversation out of the main road?
Yars,
and off to the side, possibly?
do you want to speak with the nice gentleman while I move our cards, or?
Well, I also don't want to have that conversation out in the open where passerbys can just go, "Oh, did you hear so-and-so? There's Durgan eggs in a cart!"
Yours! That's fair, but goodness, you loud. Alright. I'll, speak with the nice man. We'll ask some normal questions, and we'll move the cart to somewhere a bit more private. Sound good?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we just like, is anybody over here? Can we shift it over here?
So I'm gonna go
to this dark, very stabbable alley.
Come to my back alley.
So I remember where John had originally
Shake
set up
road.
his stuff, right? That seemed a bit more private, right?
That was out front.
That was out front.
That was out of the city gates.
But it would be safer to stay in the city, but there's too many ears here in the city.
Also, if you guys notice, since you have ended your conversation, the knight has yet to move. He is still kneeling with his head down.
I'm going to go back to... Hey-ho! Sorry to keep you waiting. I appreciate your patience.
As soon as you say that, he snatches your hands together again. He's
Oh,
like, "Yes,
boy.
my lady."
Oh, there's no need for all that. You're gonna make a girl blush. Could you stand up? You're making me a tad nervous.
Absolutely, I'm so sorry. And he stands up, and again, he's about 3 feet taller than you, so he's still holding your hands, but your hands are at your like head level.
All right, sugar. If this is the best I'm gonna get, do you mind if Daisy and I try to move my shoulder to motion to Daisy since he has my hands, and I'm sure Daisy is looking at me like, what the fuck is that? we'd like to ask you some questions, but it's a bit busy in the town center, so we could just go a bit more private. I'd be much obliged.
Absolutely. Where would you like me to go?
Well, with the cart, silly, if that's all right. Will you be staying with us long term?
If you'll have me.
Well,
And-
I'd never say no to a strapping mm, gentleman. You're very tall, honey, but I can't really see your face, and I don't want to make any rude assumptions.
Madam, I promise you, nothing you ever say will offend me. And he lets go of your hands, and he like walks over to the cart, and he's like, "We must move the cart, yes." And he like lifts up the back.
Oh,
end
honey, no,
of the
honey,
cart.
please.
He
You're
immediately puts
gonna
it down.
you're gonna make Daisy nervous. You're making me
What
a
is a
little nervous.
daisy?
You don't. Oh, Daisy is. Oh gosh. I now that I have my hands, I can motion properly to Daisy. Is Daisy okay? Daisy probably wasn't happy about the
Oh
lifting.
yeah, no. Daisy is so calm. She's just standing there, kind of like going with it.
Daisy's my trusty steed, and Daisy has been taking care of my alchemy cart and helps me carry all my bits and bobs. And we would like to just ask you a question. You said your god sent you, honey?
Yes. He like walks over to Daisy, like he follows like the yoke and collar, and he like rubs like the helmet. He's not rubbing his chin, but he's like rubbing the bottom part of his helmet, and he goes, "And you trust this steed?"
Oh, with my life, she saved me multiple times.
A trusty steed. This is a trusty steed. And he like just kind of nods. He's still a little bent over, looking at Daisy at like head level. Perfect.
Not to be rude, you're not from around here, are you?
No.
You mind telling me where you're from? So we can get to know each other better? You can ask me any questions you feel like. And I'll start moving the cart so that we get to the private area, but while he's talking.
Okay, so he's just kind of lumbers alongside it. Where did you want to go? Do you want to go to a tavern, or do you want to go
Uh,
out and about? You wanted to leave. You wanted to go outside of the gates, yes?
yeah, because I remember that being a quiet spot where John had us
Yep.
set up before.
Yep. Okay. So you guys walk your way out, and he says, "I am not from around here, and it's very nice to meet you all."
Well, it's lovely to meet you, hun, but that doesn't say where you're from.
That's a hard thing to answer, ma'am.
Well, we got an elf from space, so, I mean, it takes all kinds. We're not going to be judgy about wherever you're from. I'm from the Feywild, if you couldn't tell.
I could not. That is very interesting.
Yeah, I just shake a hoof from the skirt, like, yep.
So he kind of sees you do that, and then he kind of turns and sticks his boot up and kind of shakes it around, and he says, "I am born of duty." And he kind of like moves his foot around a little bit, he kind of noodles it around a little bit, and then puts his foot back down and faces you.
I just look at Hobie and Yars like, can you guys ask him?
Sir, Mr. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Yes. What is yours?
My name is Hobie. And I think about it for a second. I look at Tanga of the Fae and I go, Copper Kettle. And I am legally responsible for this party.
Ah, a leader of the group.
No.
Oh, Hobie, don't be shy. You are the leader.
legally-
You wrote all the papers for us. So sweet.
Hobie thinks to himself like all like the storybooks he's read of great military leaders, and like none of it involved writing on paper. Like,
Yeah, do you remember that time Abraham Lincoln wrote that paper?
yeah.
Well, if you wanted the good talker of our group, that's Lodestone. But he had to chat with an unsavory type, so he'll be back when he's back, I suppose.
He lifts like a clad in gauntlet, and he doesn't like intentionally palm your face, but it is very close to just holding your head like a basketball. And he goes, "There's no need, madam.
I
I have
think
found the leader right now." And he gets down on his hands and knees to like get to your head level. He goes, "Sir, it is a pleasure to meet you."
for the 8th time today.
He has met something that
I
he's like,
ruined my pants. I go, greetings, sir. Can I get some designation or name or something to call you or
"You may
just
call me
anything?
Knight." Yeah, Knight
Knight?
is
You're
fine.
just Knight.
Yes.
All right. Your name is Knight.
Roll me a dex save. Beat a 9, and it's at disadvantage because you have shit in your pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
An 11.
Yeah, so as soon as he noticed that you had shat your pantaloons, he immediately reached for your belt and tried to like yank your pants off.
What the
I'm a
fuck?
slippery guy. I think I like
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
jump out of my pants.
You just leave the. You're now
Yeah,
pantsless.
whoa.
And you see Knight. He like folds them up and he ties the pant legs together to make like a makeshift like soiled diaper, and he just sails it over the wall, like those pants are gone. And he goes, "One moment, sir." And you see him disappear back into the city, and you hear some banging and some screaming. And he walks back, and he has trousers for you. They kind of fit. They're like a few inches too long. And he goes, "Your trousers, sir."
I think I just stand there in stunned silence and just be
Whose
like,
pants are those?
did
The
you
pantaloon
steal
Knight.
these? Did you buy these? Did you take these off somebody? I mean, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
I'll start putting them on because
I was
I'd
gonna
rather.
say beat a 6, or he was gonna start like a baby, start shuffling you into the
No,
pants.
I'll be like, thank you. No, I have it. Yeah, I can put on my pants. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
All right.
So you're in charge of guarding this woman.
I'm legally culpable for her and her actions. I cannot stress that enough.
Oh, Hobie, you make it sound like I'm such a rebel.
You think I want the responsibility, and I in fact do not, Tanga. I in fact do not.
Hobie, you and I, we're peas in a pod. We're both
There's like
very financially minded.
I've been like reading the contract, and there's like drawing and quartering is spelled out in there as like traitors to the cause are like field executions are a thing, and be like yeah okay yeah sure I'll lead this group right now, but you know let's anyway.
Schwad, you speak Astral, right?
Astral? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So after attempting to repant the dwarf, Knight stands up and faces you, and greets you in your native tongue and sticks a hand out.
I shake his bond. How do you
Yeah.
know this language?
Oh, I know a great many languages, sir. But I know what cargo you have, and I've been tasked to help keep you and it safe.
And I assume you chose this was a safe language, considering nobody around here would generally understand it.
No, I didn't know you knew any other languages. I was trying to be respectful.
And
Would you like
who
me to change to a different language?
who has tasked you with this?
My god,
Who is your god?
that's not for you to know.
I mean, you give such vague information. It's hard to trust anyone.
All I can tell you is that I'm honor bound to carry out this, and if not, I will perjure my existence.
Commit Sudoku if you don't complete your goal.
What is Sudoku?
Yep. Um, I would like to relay this information to the others, since assuming they don't know my native language.
While this is all going on, I'm
I
looking
don't
at
know
Tango
what
going,
else rule.
Somebody stitched J. I think he got this from somebody with the initials JB because they're stitched into the hem of it. Can I go through the pockets? Is there anything in the pockets?
Yeah, go ahead. Go through the pockets.
Yeah, I'll go through the pockets.
Yeah, there's like a house key. There's some lint.
Uh,
Like
no.
a box of matches.
I'll
That's about it.
I'll look at the house key, like look around, and just like in like a crowd of people, just like I don't know what to do. Just drop them on the floor.
Oh, good. Matches will come in handy.
Yeah. Hopefully somebody finds those. Anyway, so
So
what did he say?
So
The
when
knight
you say you're gonna,
observes you doing that. So while you guys are just go ahead and exposit, the knight's gonna see you drop the key. He's gonna pick the key up and he's going to launch it as hard as he can away from you.
That's fine. All right.
so when you say you're honor bound to defend our precious cargo, does that mean you're gonna follow us around with this stuff in a cart, or are you gonna hold it somewhere, take it, and protect it? Like, what's your definition of protecting this
As
cargo?
long as you are with this cargo, I will guard you and the cargo. Should you leave the cargo somewhere, I will stay with the cargo. But I will not be taking it off of your hands.
So are you like a divine porter? Like can like? Oh, okay. Okay, this is good. And you're sure you don't want to tell us which god you're from?
Which god are you from?
I don't serve a god. I serve me. I serve House of Copper Kettle.
Is Copper Kettle a god?
No, it's a family. It's a good family. Yeah.
Well then, just know that I too come from a good family.
Yar, sweetie, you're a cleric, right? Do you have an ability to see that good evil thing I've heard of? If y'all are really that worried about Nat, and he seems pleasant as punch to me, but if you're worried, can't we just do a check like that or something? I don't know. He knows Astral, so he's pretty smart, right?
So when you say you guys don't trust him, he puts like a hand on his breastplate and he like reels backwards like but you don't hear like a gasp and he goes, "Madam,
Oh, Nat,
you
honey,
don't
I'm
trust
sorry.
me?"
I
No,
trust you,
This
but
this will not do. I must earn the trust of your compatriots. And he hands the great hammer over to Hobie. He says, "Sir, I've relinquished my weapons to you."
That. And I just fall. Oh, yeah, this thing's like 4 times bigger than me. I just
is
like.
it?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm assuming it's it.
you can make a strength save.
Not bad.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I don't know why that took so long.
Pretty good.
If Thor's hammer could be lifted up, you have done it.
I'm like red in the face, like
yeah, you're not going to be able to move with it, but you're essentially now just like a very fancy weapon holder.
Yeah.
And you guys see that Hopi's face is bright red. The
Oh,
draconic
Hopi's
eyes
so
are like
strong.
flickering on and off.
Don't shit your pants again, please. Oh,
my knees
pardon.
buckle.
Oh, I said
Yeah.
a bad word. Sorry.
Like, take it. Okay, I trust you.
Ah, very good. And he just like picks it up with one hand and throws it over his shoulder.
All right.
Thank you for letting me earn your trust, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah. if you're not gonna fuck us now, and you're not gonna fuck us later, I think it's fine.
So he does the same. It almost looks like pre-scripted. He puts his hand on his chest and he like reels back, now holding the hammer, and he goes, "Sir, I would never fuck any of you."
All right. Well,
Can I use detect magic and see if I get a magic off this guy? If maybe he's just like a spell that's triggering different effects.
Yeah, sure.
Or yeah, I'm gonna use detect magic.
Yep. Go ahead. Can you link it? Click on the little blurb, like the cartoony
flipping
top
over
blurb.
to the thing.
Weehaw.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think that it might be like that.
Okay. So you do see magic, but you can sense that it is divination magic. This is holy magic that is encapsulating him.
Does he come off as a spell himself, or just he's pulsing magic?
Unfortunately, with
Or I
how
can't
deep,
discern.
yeah, because of how thick his armor is, you can't discern it. You, full plate. This is like full plate plus. So
Did you ask him if he'd remove his helmet or not?
No, but it seems a little impolite. I think.
I'd be curious to at least know the face of the one that's gonna defend us if he would. But if not,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Sir Knight. Will you be able to move your helmet so we can look upon you, if that's all right, and won't disturb people too much?
absolutely not. I'd be more than happy to, sir. And he gets down to your level again. And Schwad and Shannon, you see him just kind of face Hobie. He's just like staring at Hobie. Hobie, you see him take his helmet off. Roll me a wisdom save.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
And yet you did it. And yet you did it.
What?
Oh, 21.
Oh,
I looked at the face
You
of
are
God and I don't blink.
slamming.
Yeah, so he takes off his helmet and you see the most bright golden hair that's been pursed back into like a very tight bun running into his hood. It almost looks elven, but he's too stocky. He's got too much meat on his bones. He is an incredibly muscular man. His ears are pricked like an elf, but they don't have the same size and shape. And when you look into his eyes, all you see is eternity. And then he puts his helmet back on.
I think in that moment, I think Smidge comes out, not even of my own volition. I think he just like, as I'm like caught in that wonder of like, oh, you're something different. I think Smidge
He's
comes out.
pretty.
Okay, give Smidge a wisdom save.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta open up his character sheet. Hold on.
Midge has
Okay.
died.
But
Yes,
but
Smidge
Yars and
dies
I
of a
don't
heart
see
attack.
anything. Yars and I don't see it. We just see
Smidge
them
has
staring at
gained
each other
religion.
with
Yeah,
his
it just
mask
yeah, it
still
just
on.
looks. Yep, he's just staring.
I don't
It
know why
looks like they're having.
Smidge's NPC sheet is taking a while to load. Okay, there we go.
That's fine.
Wisdom
We got
save, you said?
time. Yep.
Okay, normal roll.
If you weren't religious.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Smidge, like the kind of off blue tint that Smidge was giving off after eating that, has completely faded, and he basically just looks like white as a ghost. He has lost all color to his scales. He almost looks like he's shedding his scales. That's how gray and white he looks.
What
Yeah. I like notice he's out and I go, oh buddy, and I put him back in his the geode and I go, oh buddy.
No, please let me see him. And he. So you guys see Smidge freak out. Hobie doesn't do anything, and then the knight asks to hold Smidge.
I'll like hesitantly, but still I'm still doing it. I'll hold out Smidge.
And he kind of like with one hand he like holds it out so that Smidge can climb onto it, and with his other hand he kind of like pats him on his tiny little dragon hiney to jump into his hand. And he like covers him like you would, like a frog when you guys would catch frogs as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can hear him whispering something to Smidge. If you would like, you can roll me a perceptions check if you want to know what the fuck is going on.
I want to know.
Perception.
You do.
Yeah.
You do, and that is what he is speaking.
Well, I don't
Number to
speak
beat
Draconic.
number to beat is a 12.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, you got a 24. He's essentially, Steve, what you can hear is he's singing Smidge a lullaby. But for you, those of you who did meet the perception check, it just sounds like he's trying to sing to Smidge. But it has not an ethereal quality, but it almost sounds like a church choir.
Celestial.
Almost, but more of like the togetherness, like the sound of multiple people singing in harmony. And when he
Oh.
releases Smidge is still white, but now he is white and like very shiny. It's like almost like an electrum color.
Well, whatever
goes-
just happened, just won Tango over. She's absolutely, she adores this knight now. He sang to the dragon, baby. Come on.
And he like
Yeah.
pats Smidge on the head and he goes, "Please take good care of him. Smidge is a good boy."
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, be dear, if that didn't win you over, I don't know what will. He was singing to your little baby.
Yeah.
I would trust Knight with my life now. It's fine.
Weird question. And like, if I wouldn't know this, that would make sense. Or if like
Sure.
this is like way far out of the way. Was it a lullaby in Draconic, or was it a Draconic lullaby?
It was a lullaby in Draconic.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was like, "Hush, little baby, don't say a word," but in
Yeah.
Draconic.
Okay. All right. I'm like, oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right, we're gonna put a pin in that for you guys, and we're gonna
Get
bring
Lodestone
RJ.
in here, yeah.
We're gonna bring RJ back into the fold.
Hell yeah.
RJ,
Oh, I gotta
you
zoom.
are sitting here, kind of pondering everything that you have been told, everything that you heard from Lucas. What is Lodestone's thoughts on the stance that Lucas and his group have taken against the evil dragons?
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
What?
The fucking flex tape commercial. That's a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like, fuck, what is walking out there right now in Faerun about to make this whole situation worse?
Okay. But Lodestone worked in a court, correct?
Yeah.
Would you say that he would have any sort of moral quandaries against what is right versus what is evil?
Lodestone himself or Lucas?
Lodestone. Like Lucas has postured that evil is evil and evil needs to be removed. But you, a man of the law, how would you feel about that?
So Lodestone has, yeah, he I wouldn't say grew up in a court, but yeah, he was working in the court of Silver Moon, where the High Mage held court. It would be knowing situations are not always black and white, and there's always a gray area, and there's always perspectives that have to be considered. I mean, his whole ideal is like it is the duty of all civilized people to strengthen the bonds of community and the security of civilization. So he's like, it's kind of like a internal turmoil right now, where he's like, that dude's out there for Tyr's justice, just smiting evil as evil. But it's like clearly what we got told by the Blue Dragon, like this is a seriously fucked up thing, and like if Tiamat is not unfortunately unsealed and kind of some kind of balance comes back to this world, it's gonna just get worse.
Okay, perfect. I'm so glad you said that. So, in your mind, while you are doing all this, where the hell is your token? God damn it. All
You
right.
need me to drag it out there?
Nope.
Okay.
In your mind, you are squaring off with yourself. You are standing in a court against another Knight of the Silver Hand, or the Knights of Silver, and he says, "The eradication of evil dragons will lead to a prosperous future for humanity."
Based on what evidence?
Based on 3,000 years of them attacking and destroying our people.
Have our people not rebuilt better? Have our people not picked up from the ashes and came back with better structures and strengthened themselves to weather the next oncoming fight?
Yes, to strengthen themselves against another attack. We've become better because of them destroying us. But if we wipe them out completely, there would be no need for survival. We would just thrive.
Perhaps. But what would replace them?
Nothing. There's nothing as vile as a dragon.
So then, after years and generations of not fighting, something else evil pops up. How would you think that generation would fare?
The same way they would if the dragons were still around. That's by your metric, right? You said that we've always found a way around it, but why should we keep an evil that we know around just because we know it is tolerable? Would you be okay sacrificing hundreds or thousands of years of men, women, and children for the
I have not.
unknown?
I have not made the claim that it is tolerable. I've made the claim that continued existence, their existence, is beneficial for our continued survival. Without them, like you said in your point, there would be no need for survival. So, in which case, we would be unprepared at the next thing that would threaten our lives.
As you say that, he takes another step closer. He says, so the only thing that keeps us going is the constant threat of death.
Amongst other things, but it is the hope through death, the hope to live beyond and not succumb to death, the things that we have hope in that carries us, the things that allow us to pick up the broken pieces.
But what if there were no broken pieces in to begin with? What if we live full and meaningful and happy lives, not worried about losing loved ones or losing our own lives, and we could focus on bettering the world for what it was?
But would we?
Do you think we would?
I do believe a good portion of the civilization would, but civilization is not so utopian in their ideas and in their ways. There are always dregs on society. Would we be fall into? Policing and providing justice and fighting off the dregs of society that attempt to drag us back? And then when another great evil comes by, we'd be woefully unprepared to deal with it. And then it would go from what you say thousands of deaths to millions of deaths until we finally learned the errors of our ways and corrected what needed to be corrected and be better enough to vanquish that evil and defend ourselves properly.
So, am I to glean from what you just said that you would wish to keep this evil as a way of stability, that we require this evil to thrive as a populace?
Not we as the civilization and the populace, but I think something greater than us requires this evil to balance out itself. This world needs that balance of evil for good to oppose.
And you're basing this on empirical evidence or faith?
I'm basing this on the evidence I've witnessed from the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate and all the events that are transpiring across the world that there is no reason that has been found why or rhyme to.
Okay. Throw me a wisdom save at advantage. Okay. So
It's
while
20.
you are arguing in your head, the Silverhand looks at you and says, "You're a coward."
Oof.
But in your mind, everything that he just said was essentially fear mongering. He was
Mhm.
looking for any reason for the greater good to triumph and wipe out an existence, while your beliefs held firm, and you said, "You know what? Maybe it's better to fight the enemy we know than the enemy we don't, because it could be bigger and worse and more catastrophic in the long run." So you feel relatively resolved in the decisions that you made earlier in the day and the plan you made the day prior. Whenever you meet Lucas, or if you run into people like him, you will have advantage when trying to either not let them irk you, so mostly charisma saves when they try to like persuade you. And Lucas himself, whenever you wish to persuade or dissuade him, you will have advantage, but only against him, not his group.
All right.
Also, this is what your brain looks like when you're debating things. That's
I love it. I love it.
specifically for you now. Yay!
I don't have a mind palace. I have a mind court.
Yeah, you literally have a court where you can argue with yourself.
Meet
Okay,
me in the brain arena.
Yeah. 1v1 me in my mind. Okay, you finish up your meal, and I don't know how you're gonna find your friends, but you know that they are either at the center of town or at the outskirts.
Yep, I'll leave a 2 silver tip, and I will head to the center of town, looking for the
Okay,
cart, Daisy, anybody familiar.
as you're leaving, the waitress that had hosted you guys is like, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck the dishwasher, and fuck that guy who always keeps touching my butt. I'm taking these 2 gold pieces and I'm moving to fucking Baldur's Gate. And she like pulls like her apron off and like sticks it in the stew and then whips it at like a very old dwarf.
Oh.
Yep.
That's wifey.
Yeah, Yars, like his heart just skips a beat on the other side of town. Okay.
Yeah, well, Baldur's Gate Estate is probably going to be cheap now.
Due to the Daisy is flying. Yeah, so you guys, where did we leave off? We were talking to Knight.
Yeah.
I should probably go to where we said we were gonna meet and wait for Lodestone and bring him to where we are, unless we want to walk this through town without hopefully raising any suspicion.
Ah, I have a keen eye for suspicion, sir. I will make sure that no one bothers us.
Nat, you're not gonna steal any more pants, are you?
I have never stolen anything, madam.
How'd you get Hopi's new pants then?
I took these. Anyway, come.
Don't ask
That's-
questions you don't want the answer to.
Knight starts walking and he claps his hands like through like chain and plate gauntlets. He's like, come. We must meet this other man.
Well, I'm absolutely enamored, so I'm going to skip with my hooves after him, and I'm gonna wave to Daisy to get her to come with.
Sure.
All right.
I will walk along.
You guys go back to the city center, waiting for your good friend Lodestone. You can see Knight just kind of like, if he's not moving, he is like, you would search the center of town, the bar tavern we know, and just, okay, yeah, so you would immediately, Lodestone, you guys would collide into each other. And yeah, so Lodestone, you see your friends, you see sweet noble steed Daisy in the cart, and you see about a 9-foot tall knight in all blue armor.
Ah, lady, gentlemen. Ah, great thinking,
Oh,
Tanga. I didn't know you had access to summon construct.
No,
No.
and Lodestone, this is Knight. He is tasked by a god who he refuses to mention to help us in our, well, maybe not in our cause, but to help us with something, things we kind of have on us right now.
Some
You must be
extras.
Lodestone, sir. And Knight he tries to turn sideways, but still manages to shove Yars and Hobie out of the way. And he walks 25 feet with his arm outstretched. You know that really awkward handshake move that people do?
Mm-hmm.
And he clomps over and he goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lodestone.
I think
am
as he walks over like this, I do the dog owner thing, he's friendly, he's friendly, he's friendly, he's friendly.
Good, because as he walks over, the hand would have went down to the war pick head, and then as soon as Hobie's like, he's friendly, I would have let go. I'm like, okay, and then took the hand for a handshake.
He shakes your hand. He says, "Sir, I must say I am enamored with your armor." And he goes from shaking your hand, and then he opens it and it slides up your wrist and up your bicep and then over your chest, and he's like, "This is a divine craftsmanship."
It's very special. Thank you, Sir Knight. And I'm gonna take a knuckle of my index finger and tap on his pauldron and be like, "You have quite impressive armor yourself."
"Oh, sir, it's nothing compared to yours." And he flicks your chest with his middle finger. Go ahead and just roll me a con save. Number to beat is a 12. Okay. Roll me. You roll a d4. Just roll 1d4. Okay. Do you have anything that stops bludgeoning damage?
No.
Yeah. So you feel your sternum like crack when he hits you.
You've got quite the wallop, Sir Knight.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And he like pulls the great hammer off of his back. He goes, "Yes, this is quite a wallop." Anyway, what are we doing with these eggs?
Do I see that they've bought the chest locks and like the shopping list?
Yeah, you can see that they've like inside the cart. If you were to peer inside, you would see that they've been wrapped. There's hay underneath them. They're just in bird nests.
Oh, perfect. How bad? How much did that set you back? Oh.
Don't worry about
Nothing. It didn't cost me anything. I just came upon them, and this trusty steed was attached to a wagon.
No,
Thank
not.
you, Sir Knight.
He, Hobie got us a deal at 12 gold, I believe.
I'm going
12
to
gold.
fish out my pocket, my wallet, and hand you 8.
Then
Oh,
Knight,
it was
take
only 4. Thank you, though.
Oh, it's for him. Sorry.
It's all good, Sir Knight. I think I'm starting to breathe again.
Your
I
friend is
need
wounded.
just something. No, not you. You're stronger than you think. I suppose.
No. Our friend needs attention.
Nope, it's fine. I've got this. And I'm just gonna.
All right, roll me a deck save.
Oh,
Oh no.
Number to beat is a 19.
Oh no, I gotta roll a 20.
Okay, so he is basically like bridle carrying you now. He just scoops you up into his arms. Do not worry, Sir Lodestone. I will find you appropriate attention.
No, seriously, I think I can do this.
No, you don't. It's no bother to me, sir. I promise. And he just starts to march off with you.
well, I guess he's
Help.
okay with leaving the cart.
Yeah, I was like, how is he protecting the cart if he just ran off with somebody?
Yep, he's carrying. And he moves over and he goes, "Is anyone a doctor? A doctor?
I am.
A healer of some sort?"
I am you, Goofball.
And he like as he's walking, he doesn't change pace. He just kind of like slowly wagon wheels to the right, and he goes, I have found a doctor, Lodestone, and this astral elf. Please, this man is injured."
I'll cast Healing Ward on him.
Oh my god, I can't deal. Oh boy.
Thank you, Yars.
You're welcome.
Ah, yes, thank you, Yars. And
Sorry about that. Somebody keeps knocking off my or kicking off my headset. Little.
Is it a
son of
puppy?
bitch. It's a little bastard.
No.
And Knight sets you down and like gently taps you on both shoulders. He like grips them like "You're okay." Very good, very good.
I am, Sir Knight. What is your full name?
Oh yes, my name is Knight.
Is that with an N or a KN?
With a K in construct.
Do you have a last name?
No. Like Cher. You know the orc bard, Cher?
I've heard something about love after love.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So, would you like me to stand here and guard the eggs? I can guard the eggs.
I would really.
See?
Oh,
Not could you not say these things so loud, please?
We're gonna
Yeah, we
need
need a code word.
cover word.
Yeah, we need a code word.
Okay. Do you want me to guard the eggs here? I will stand the vanguard for you, my lady.
Wait, is he a real knight or is he a construct?
Well, he knows lots of languages and he's
He's
super
special.
strong, but he doesn't seem to know much about day-to-day stuff, I guess. He's sweet as sugar, though.
Oh, yes. No, I believe he means Will.
And
So
he
as
sings
he hears
lovely.
as he hears you say all those nice things about him, he puts like one hand up to the helmet, like open palm on his cheek, and he like fluts his other hand, and he's like, "Oh, madam, please, that's too much." And if a helmet could blush, that's what it would look like. Yours is typing.
I was gonna
Ridiculous.
say we need to vote for a code word, or we can just use pants, since he seems to be able to acquire pants.
He can get pants. He can get pants like nobody's business.
Do you
So
need
we
more
wanna
pants,
use
sir?
pants?
No.
I'm full up on pants.
We can use pants as a code word or something else. But I agree, we need to not say that directly.
Nat, can you just stay by the cart for a bit? We might have to do a bit more shopping before the evening comes, if you don't mind. Honey, do you need sustenance? Do you eat? I can't really. I mean, not
I
to
mean,
be rude.
everyone eats, ma'am.
Yeah. What was I thinking? Course. Well, can we meet up with you after we do a bit more shopping? You can stay with the cart. Don't be talking to nobody about nothing, please.
I will not talk to no one about nothing. You have my word.
Somehow I feel like I've said something wrong.
Let's call the eggs chess pieces. Unless somebody has another innocuous term we could use that's now going to garner attention.
No,
Well,
I completely agree with the Blue Knight. I think if you just use the term chess pieces in random conversation, no one will assume it is a fake word. People talk about chess pieces all the time. And he takes his great hammer and he like sticks it in one of the wheels of the cart to kind of like lock it into place, and he just starts petting Daisy.
I look over to Daisy to see if she's okay with this.
Well, she's leaning into him. She's loving him.
Oh, well, if she likes him, then he's fine. 10 out of 10. Tango approved. uh, is there anything else you guys needed to get while we're here? Because, I feel like everybody in our group is, harder to hit than I am. And maybe I should be looking for a bit more, security in that way. I mean, Night's great for the cart, but I'm saying for me, myself, and I.
At night
What?
hears this and stops petting Daisy and walks over to you and he goes, "Someone hit you?"
No, well, I think I might have passed out the last time we were fighting, but I don't remember anybody hitting me, honestly. I just kind of, and then it all went dark. And then Sweet John, he helped me up, but I feel like I'm easier to smack around than our friends.
Well,
he
I've
kind of
never
looks
heard of
at
a wizard
Hobie.
wearing armor.
That's true. He looks at
Are-
Hobie and he goes, "Please, remind me to thank Sweet John for saving this woman's life."
Are you
And he
wearing
kind of
armor?
like,
Tango?
Okay, I can do that.
Well, this is some leather duds, but I don't know if there's anything better for wizards, you know? I'm not great with wearing heavy stuff, and since Night came over, I pat his arm gently like I can't be wearing nothing heavy like this for sure, but something something a little bit better. You guys are more familiar with fighting duds. Is there anything might be making me a bit sturdier?
I think a shield would be useful at the very least.
Yeah, can you use a shield?
like a buckler, says Knight. He's like a small one.
Yeah. Something you can perfect parry.
Yeah, oh yes. Oh yes.
Does that count as like simple
it's +1
weapons, I
shield.
guess.
Yep, it's +1 shield.
Well,
It's
that
considered
sounds
low.
like an easy solution. Sure, I'll look for that.
And I shall entertain your trusty steed, and I will make sure no chess pieces are harmed. And he like nods to Lodestone.
I give him a thumbs up.
He gives you a double thumbs up. Like he like bends at the knees a little bit and like leans over like, got it.
What the fuck is this guy? I love him, but what is
We
he?
don't know his god.
He won't
refused to
say.
answer. Yeah.
Perhaps on the road we could play the alphabet game.
The what?
We'll just ask him questions.
Does it
break
start
in
with an
slowly.
A? Does it start with a B?
Exactly. God's got
Does
it.
it start with a?
God's got it.
I'm on God's wavelength here.
Alright, well, knowing that
Alright.
him and Daisy in the cart are good, I'm gonna go look for a shield shop or something.
Shield shopping time.
Shield shopping for shields. So
I'd like
you
to purchase
guys
some
know
food
you would like
for the
to
trip.
purchase some food, so you can
Oh, we
get
can
most of
definitely
that
get
stuff.
food after the shield thing.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah.
As we're
So-
walking through town, I kind of want to share my experiences with Lucas and like let him know like, hey, this team is like definitely heading off to Neverwinter. There's black dragons up there. They're thinking with Tiamat sealed up, it's just fish in a barrel for dragon hunting season.
I don't dislike a lot of people, but that guy rubs me the wrong way.
So you're saying that that zealot just went on a genocidal rampage and we're supposed to be okay with that?
Wait, pause. Quick timeout out of game. So Tenga's an idiot. Called him a zealot and then used the term genocidal rampage. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know other words, but like...
and you guys are back. And
I'm
you're
sorry,
back. Go
it's
back
so hard
That's
to
the
play a
public school
lower...
system in the Feywild for you.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah, she
hard to
thinks
play
she's an
a
idiot.
lower intelligence character, I'm sorry.
That's the worst thing about it. She thinks she's an idiot. She's not. She's a smart lady. She's my favorite small bean. And I hate DMing against her because I want her to be happy. Anyway, you guys are walking around and you find an armory and leggery.
One single head.
Yeah, one through the nose huff. Yeah, you guys show up and you see, I guess, the equivalent of a bearded woman wearing like lots of finery, but also like mildly like in like half leather kind of a dress. She approaches you and she says, "Hello."
Hello. We're here looking for some arms and armor for, and I'll like introduce Tanga. My friend Tanga here.
Hey-ho!
Oh my, hello. Some arms. Well, it already looks like she has two very svelte arms.
Oh, you.
Oh, stop it. If I wasn't spoken for, madam.
Place called Armory and Leggery.
Yeah, it's called the Armory and Leggery.
So it's just puns all the way down. I see. Okay.
Yeah. What are we looking for? Please tell me you're not trying to hide that beautiful face.
Do you have any shields?
Oh, yes, plenty of them. What kind of shield were you looking for? Something to bat away the men who are obviously looking for your hand in marriage? Mm-hmm.
Oh my, you flatter, you. I'm looking for something to keep me alive against whatever this blight is that Baldur's Gate was on and on about.
That might be a little bit more difficult to block the blight. You want something magical, something with a je ne sais quoi against the unknown and unforeseen.
As soon as they start speaking another language, I look at Hobie like, Eh. Did I miss something?
Just be honest, Tanga. Usually, these shopkeepers can I don't want to say speak layman, but you ask what you're looking for, and they'll be able to fill it.
So she has already hefted out like 4 or 5 different shields, all of varying shapes and sizes. Some of them have like studs. One of them has like a slit for like a spear to go through. She's like, do any of these mold to your taste, madam?
Can I visually tell much of a difference between them?
You can tell that like one of them is like a tower shield. It kind of looks like John's, but is a little bit more simple. 2 of them are just regular shields. They're +2 shields. That would be medium armor.
Ugh.
I believe for the sake of like D&D sake, because you are proficient with light armor,
Yeah, it's only
you
like.
are looking for a buckler.
Warlocks can't wear medium?
I'm a wizard.
Wizards, that they
Oh,
can if they
wizards.
have they can if they have the proficiency. If they have medium armor
Which
proficiency.
I do not, so.
So you would get one buckler. If that is what you are looking for.
I believe I need something a bit lighter. We do tend to travel a bit.
Okay, all right. Oh, something like a targe.
I give another sideways glance to Hoobie, like, what is that?
I'm looking at the tower shield. That's like a little like it's like dwarven coded. Yeah, get that one. The big one. Get the big one.
Yeah, get this one of earth and stone. It
Mm.
calls to me. I can't
Yeah, no.
pick it up, but you'll like it.
Yeah.
No,
Unbiased opinion. This one's the best one.
yeah, unbiased. So she pulls out 2. So it's it's a buckler. It is a small round shield, and then she produces another one with a small, not sharp but blunted hook in front of it. And she goes, "My darling, this one is our common buckler. It's perfect. It'll block anything that's coming at you if you can stop it." And she goes, "And this one is a buckler with a lantern hook. So if you have a hard time seeing in the dark, or maybe you want to hold a lantern, a shield, and a sword, or a stick, or your boyfriend or girlfriend's hand while you're making your way up into your chambers, you beautiful thing,
This weird
you
me
can
out.
hold both of those with one hand."
Well, they both look divine. How much do they go for?
So, for you, I will allow 4 gold pieces. So I'll be losing a little bit of money, but I just can't say no to that face. I want to see you leave with a smile, madam. With the one with the lantern hook, I will have to charge 5 gold pieces.
Well, I do love a good, useful piece, and if I'm gonna be buying it, then I might as well invest, right? I look at Hovey like, yeah, I know what I'm saying.
That's a word. That's a word you use, Hobie.
Yeah, you use that.
Yeah, Hobie's in the back staring at a shield that is like passed down through generations. It's more like an altar to like a family lineage of dwarves. Going like, yeah, invest. Yeah, you invest in yourself. Tanga.
He's only half listening, so I'm already. Tanga's already proud of herself. Like, yeah, I remembered that. So I will go with the lantern hook one then, and you just said it's only 5 gold, so I'm more than happy.
Okay. Well, 5 gold pieces it is.
Oh, okay. And as much as you have wonderful items here, do you also buy items, or is that just like a one-way thing here?
Oh no, absolutely, miss. We buy all sorts of things. We buy things that maybe aren't even arms or legs. You know.
Oh, well, I have something
That's
that
an
is
armor joke.
neither.
She starts like
Oh.
rubbing your shoulder. She goes, "That's an armor joke. It's we don't actually buy arms and legs. That would be illegal and a crime."
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good to know. Well, I have this quarterstaff. I thought it made me look a bit more wizard-like, but it's hard to hold, honestly, if I got the shield, and I don't really bonk anything with it. So, if if you don't, if you have room in your shop, would you mind buying this?
I could be convinced to buy it for 2 silver pieces.
I give a sideways glance to Hobie to see if he's paying any attention yet.
Absolutely not. I'm like,
You just see him like T-posing, just staring at the shield
Um,
as it
so
tells him a long dwarven lineage.
yeah.
Tanga's not great at pricing stuff, so I just bob my head to the side, like, yeah, that's probably fair, and I hand it over.
All right, well, done and done. She like snatches the quarterstaff from you and places it in like essentially like what you would assume is a broom closet. And she goes, "Now time for pay." And she pulls out 2 small silver pieces. And she goes, "A deal's a deal." And she kisses both your cheeks. Mwah! Mwah! Oh, now boys, remember, now that she has this shield, you better use protection before you buckle her up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
I walk out of the place.
I am afraid of women.
Tanga is just like, oh my, uh, thanks so much. Love the shield. All right, have a good one. And I like scoot
Okay.
outside.
You too. Ta. Yeah, Hobie's still just
Hobie, you
House of
coming?
Greybeard. Yeah, House of Greybeard bequests the House of Iron Hill. I'm just like going through the history, like, oh yeah, I'll be right there, and I'll make my way.
Oh, I was gonna say the shopkeeper was going to approach you about purchasing said shield.
Oh no, thanks, ma'am. That thing's 3 times bigger than me. That's actually part of a dwarven wall. It's not a shield. Goodbye.
I mean, I'm also three times your size, but you could, you could grab me if you'd like.
Pass, ma'am. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm.
There's lots of love in here.
Yeah. She was
Hobie
something.
absconds.
As we walk out, I'll be like, Hobie, are you married?
I'm a proud asexual.
Ah.
Well, good for you for being able to turn her down. She was something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my
So
family,
strong.
yeah, we're not the biggest family, and we never have been, and yeah, I don't know, not for me. Thanks.
All right, as you guys begin to coalesce back to Knight and Daisy, you can see that Knight somehow has acquired a large bag of grain and is basically just holding it up to Daisy's muzzle as she is munching away quite contentedly.
I'll approach. Mr. Knight.
Oh, hello, Sir Hobie.
Um, did you get that of your own volition, or do you speak horse?
Horses don't speak. No, I assumed the trustworthy steed is hungry.
All right.
Everybody gets
Anyway.
hungry. He like takes a handful of it and like throws it like towards the face bit of his helmet.
Oh, he just throws grain at his face.
Yeah,
What?
like some
Yeah,
of it
like-
makes it.
Yeah, like I look at him with squinted eyes. Yeah, everybody does get hungry. Okay.
King
Hobie
of,
and
we
only
still need to get
Hobie.
food.
Yeah, Hobie is the only one who can imagine this like perfect visage of like an elf man getting 4 bits of grain in his mouth and just grinding it happily underneath that helmet.
Once we get over, I'm like, Nah, sweetie, look, I got a shield.
Oh, that's very fancy. He's like, he like picks up his hammer and he's like, he very slowly like swings it. He's like, yeah, and like barely like dinks, like he's
I
aiming for
play
your shield,
along. I've got the shield
and
up. Like,
and
yay.
then he like throws the great hammer up into the air and he's like, "Dah!" But he's like, that thing is moving in real speed. He is moving very slowly. Ah, I've been bested. Oh, Lady Tenga is I'm no match for you. And then he catches it and he's like, oh, that's a very solid shield, madam.
I love him so much. That was out of game. I just love him so much.
Knight, are you well traveled?
I guess that would depend on the person. Am I as well traveled as your astral elf friend? No. Am I more well traveled than you? Yes.
Fair.
Am I more traveled than Daisy? Absolutely not.
I just give a big smile.
As I was seeming to grasp it, that last one just makes me go, huh?
He looks at Tanga and he like re-imitates the double thumbs up, shoulders lean forward, knees bent.
Oh my god.
Out
Well,
of character. This is the best NPC adoption
I
event ever.
can't. He's so good. Nat, are you ready to go find a tavern with us, or have you eaten enough grains with Daisy?
Oh, I've eaten about a quarter of this sack, madam. I'm well satiated.
You ate? Okay. Well,
Roughly, I think it's like 10 pounds worth of grain, so I should be good. I should be good. He like taps like the metal plate around his stomach.
10 pounds?
Ma'am, I am almost twice your height and probably 4 times your weight.
Fair enough.
I know a
Eat
guy.
that.
I don't think
As
it's the
soon as he-
volume.
As soon
he's
as he
worried
says
about.
that, he puts his hand up to like his mask again and does like the hand flitter, and he's like, "It's I don't mean to assume your weight, madam. I don't. That was awful rude of me. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, honey, you're fine. I'm
Yeah,
not worried about
you're
that.
very slender. I mean, you're not. I haven't been looking, but like you're
Goodness,
very
everybody's full
feminine,
of compliments today.
full of gum."
Nope, didn't say that.
I apologize. But I am relatively large in stature, therefore I must consume slightly more food than an average person.
Yeah, but you didn't want. You just wanted grain then? And that's enough to satiate you? Or.
Well, it's all I had at the time, but
Well,
my
we.
stomach's full. I do like, meat and wine and an ale on occasion when I'm feeling naughty. Um, but mostly, vegetables and nice things. Thank you, Rob.
Thumbs up.
Yep. Blue Knight, thumbs up.
God, I need that emote now.
Yep, we'll make it happen. But yeah, he lets you know that he has assuaded his hunger for the time being. While you guys are talking tonight about his dietary restrictions, you guys hear a loud thunderclap come from the Hall of Heroes. And you guys see a not unfamiliar white flash from inside.
I would wager a guess I would wager a guess the Duchess is up to something.
Are we going to visit your auntie again?
I think we shall.
I've been meaning to talk to you guys about that.
Oh?
No, it's just
Yeah?
something the Blue Dragon said. The whole,
Yes.
Silverhand has been sort of was feeding them power, keeping them alive. What does that mean? Were they doing it out of benevolence? Was there some sort of like, you know, fomenting the greater evil sort of thing?
That is perhaps one of the things I was thinking about. Do believe she's keeping some things close knitted. Our mission was only to investigate, so I don't know how she'll take the news that we. And I throw the finger across my neck and like with the blue dragon.
Is she gonna know?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I don't think attacking her with accusations is the smartest thing to do. Especially if
No.
they're right.
You are correct. You are correct.
Good or
Sorry.
bad, she's still the Silverhand.
God is laughing from above.
Yeah.
Sweet Hobie.
What's the base case scenario? We're right.
It wouldn't be good for our health if we were.
Oh.
Knight is nodding along. He's not adding nods as you guys are talking. He's just been nodding and like looking at all of you like,
He just
We're not
wants to be
in
part of the
that situation.
conversation.
yeah. He doesn't have anything really to gain or give, but he's just like following along intently.
We're not going to be able to lie about the dragon not being killed. She'll find out one way or another, so I feel we should just come clean with that fact and perhaps keep the comment of what he said close to chest unless the time comes right to perhaps we could ask her about that. I'd be more curious about where she thinks we should go to next, unless we do want to give chase to Lucas and end up babysitting his group throughout all trouble they get into. I'd rather not.
And by babysit, you mean disappear? Or make sure they don't go on a purge?
The second.
You want us to
Which-
take him out?
Well,
I just wanted to be clear. Just wanted
I
to be
don't
clear.
like Lulu either.
Is
But
that what you're calling him?
I
Okay.
think it makes him sound nicer than he actually is. Anyway, we're still on a mission, right? The whole conscripts thing. It's why we're in this fun little ragtag group of adventurers together anyway, right? So I'm assuming we still got official stuff to be doing, right? I mean,
Well,
of course,
I
we're
mean-
keeping the cargo safe. I'm not trying to have anything bad happen to that. But don't we have something we're supposed to be doing? Hobie, what's
Yeah.
the paperwork say?
The
Well,
world.
see that's the thing is we were on mission to sort of investigate and do stuff, but the task put forth us by Earl Silverhand that was supposed to last a week. We were just supposed to scope things out and come back in a week and see what happened, and it's only been like a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only been a day. I think that's going to raise some suspicion. Best case scenario, we tell her what we saw, we tell her what we witnessed, and maybe we get out of there with I don't know, go someplace else and investigate a little bit further. But I don't really have a good feeling about this, being honest. But I don't have another. I don't see any more recourse. Like I think this is the only way.
Well, we gotta tell her what we scouted. That's what she asked us to do. But what I learned from my mama was that sometimes it's best not to say anything at all about certain things, especially in the Feywild. So we could treat it like that, where we just tell them what we were supposed to be doing and nothing about the extras, right?
We tell them we saw a dead dragon. Yeah.
No,
Well-
we should probably, report back the story about how Lodestone killed the dragon. Whether you want to say it was, the dragon's choice is on you, but Lulu probably already reported his
Yeah.
version of events, so
So can we go
I-
over the
I
things we're
agree.
not going to mention? Because I feel like that's a longer list.
Yes.
I-
Chess.
Yeah. we're
yeah,
not gonna
the
mention
chess pieces, right?
Yeah. You guys seem to not have remembered this, which is deeply troubling. But how we slew another adventuring party in cold blood.
Slew when did
Talking
we?
Oh,
about
you-
the
oh.
Sahagin.
Fish
no,
people?
no. I was talking about the paladin and the rest of the party. Or,
we
I'm sorry,
didn't.
not
We
not,
didn't
not-
kill nobody. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, so just for retcon's sake, you guys did meet in another adventuring party. There were a few blows thrown, but then Lodestone talked them down, slayed the dragon to satiate what they wanted to do, and then you
we
guys
came to
both.
blows.
We
We
came
came to
didn't
blows
have
with
a
an
fight.
Do you
No,
think
they
do you
hit
think they
eggs.
reported back?
They
I
hit eggs.
bopped
No, they
Lulu,
did not
and
report it,
Lulu
yeah.
went back here. So
Yeah,
We came to blows.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Lodestone immediately told them to stand down.
Oh.
yeah.
Tanga hit them with a Wizard Blast Mark 1, but it only kind of shoved them. It didn't really do
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you
I
damage.
didn't. No, I didn't get
I thought you
anything
killed
through
one.
that
I
armor.
thought you blew somebody up.
Oh
Nope,
no,
nope.
honey.
Yeah,
Were
you're
you phasing out?
misremembering.
Were you thinking about tower shields the whole time?
No,
I
I was
didn't
like,
hurt
did you
him.
roll a
I
nat 20 on a
bopped him
guy?
back, and then
You
he
thinking
started
about
yelling.
Tower shields. Holy shit! So while you guys are
Anyway.
talking about the crimes you did not commit and the things you're not going to talk about, you guys notice after the thunderclap, 3 knights of Tyr run out of the Hall of Heroes, and one of them, so we'll say this one, just like starts like projectile vomiting.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like throwing it into the trees, and like the other 2 are like, they're trying to pray, but they are winded.
Knights, what seems to be the matter?
So the one who is vomiting is now like on his hands and knees and like mildly fetal, and these 2 run up to you and they say, "Sirs, a great prophecy has come to pass, and I fear that we are all in great danger."
Go on, get on with it.
Well, one of the greatest paladins ever known was lost to us some few hundred years ago, but there was a prophecy that he would return. Unfortunately, the second one says there are historical accounts that he had forsaken his vows when he had moved north on a pilgrimage. Now, I don't know if you had heard what had just happened, but in our hall we have statues of all of our great champions, and the one of this lord we had to cover for fear that he may have given up his oaths. That cloth and binding has since burned away, and his effigy now stands gleaming in our hall. And because of that, we can feel that our connection to our God is being severed.
What, like Tyr would be Tyr's dead?
I certainly would hope not, sir. We no longer feel the closeness to our God as we once did in this hallowed ground. It's perverse. It's been corrupted in some way or form.
So what
This
the
is
hell
the
was the
first I've
sonic
ever.
boom?
It
Sorry.
was the cloth burning and igniting off of the effigy. It came with a loud clap.
Are there any wounded, any unconscious that needs saving? Pulled out of there.
No, sir. The sound and light startled us, but no one was injured.
Can we go look at this statue?
Wait, so your statue's just kind of shiny now, and you're throwing up? I'm confused.
Oh yes, madam. You would know if you knew how dangerous this person could be. This statue has been wrapped by our people for hundreds of years. We weren't to destroy it, but we were to cover it, to keep it out of mind. And now it stands prominently and outshines all of the real heroes of Tyr. And as he says that, he's like nodding to the other paladin. Oh, and the astral wizard has taken off. He has marched past everybody.
On to the Hall of Heroes, I go.
He is a man of action.
He
I mean-
is a man of duty.
I want to see
Collect
this for
Collect
myself.
yourselves, men's. We will look into
Yeah.
this as we go play
So-
Anthem
Yep.
before the server
So-
shut down.
As you walk in, you see
15 minutes.
clerics, shuttling shuttling back and forth.
I was like, oh, it does look like Anthem, and then I looked in the bottom right corner.
Yep, it is. Yay!
It does look cool though.
And in the center, you see glowing this stone figure with golden pauldrons of tear. Can you guys see it? Did it show players?
You didn't.
I told you I would. I told you I. Yeah, I told you I would. I built it and everything.
1, 2, 3. 3 horns. That's usually not a good sign.
Yep. And like, you can see like the clerics are like, they're not just confused. Like they're trying to come up with a quick plan to like shield this effigy, and every time they do attempt to wrap something up in it, that blanket is like immediately immolated.
Hey, you know what would work in this situation? I like nudge Tanga. That tower shield back at the shop.
You know what this statue needs? A tower shield.
Does not need to get you another pair of pants.
No.
Get a little excited over your shield.
Listen, there was a lot of history on it.
History, right? Anyway, I don't think your statue there wants to be covered.
So as you guys are talking, you see a row of paladins turn their back to the statue and place their tower shields down at their feet, and they just kind of stand there in formation around it.
Is it gonna move or something?
Yeah, what was the rest of this prophecy? Like, is it just we see the effigy or something? Is something supposed to happen?
So I guess are you asking someone in particular? Are you like just
sort of
asking
like
the first person? Hello, NPC 5.
The
hello.
paladin things that are
Paladin
in here, I
44.
guess.
Yeah.
Billy,
Okay.
who do you got ready to talk to me now?
Yeah. So there is a small, and I say small in like the human sense. She might be like 14 or 15 years old. She is a cleric. If anybody wants to roll me a religion, you can see whomst she follows. She says, okay, religion. So Lodestone, you see that she is a follower of Mistra. You can tell by her purple cloak and the circlet she wears around the top of her head. She says the fact that this effigy is being displayed, as far as I can understand it, is to show that he is very much alive and wandering this earth, this plane of existence. The last time he was seen was walking into one of the most dangerous areas on the Sword Coast. And when he didn't return after years, they covered it for a reason I'm not entirely sure, sirs, ma'am.
Can you
but
use the statue to scry his current location?
oh no, no, I
No.
can't. I'm sorry.
Whoa. What was the name of the brothel he went into that he never came out of?
I don't believe it was a brothel, sir.
Sorry,
I believe
thought you said the most dangerous place.
Oh, you're one of those. Hmm. And she like sidesteps you and looks at the other three. She's like, she goes, I don't think scrying a statue would help us find him. He went to vanquish a great evil in Neverwinter and entered some Lord Baron's castle and was never heard from again. But that's all I know. I'm so sorry. I have to pack up my things. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. And she like shuffles off.
Oh, pardon. Wait, pack? Why are you packing?
So the followers of Tyr, well, I do not follow Tyr.
Mm.
We do respect the other gods' wisdom. And the paladins here say that this is a sign of a coming of great evil and of torment. So they
Oh.
have asked everyone but their paladins to acquiesce and go to another temple for the time being. And the lords of Tyr will do what they can. And she like brings up like two fists to stop what may befall this hall.
Oh, oh,
I'm
all
so
right.
sorry. I have to go. I have to
Yeah,
call
of
my
course.
mom.
Sorry. Be safe.
Okay, you too. Okay, you too.
I nudge Lodestone. Lodi, we need to go see your auntie.
Yes, yes, I believe we do. And that is the second time I've heard Neverwinter tonight. So I've got a good idea where we're going next.
Everybody who is from the Sword Coast, roll me a history check.
You mean originally, or someone who's been
Like,
here for a
Like
little
someone
bit?
Yeah,
who has been here for a while.
You
The
could just said
coast
everybody
itself,
but me.
or would the Highmoors count?
The Highmoors do not count. So
History,
I've
you said?
been, yeah.
yeah. So Hobie, you would know that there was a folktale. Yeah, both of you would know. There was a folktale of an orc who at one point was a part of a raiding party and encountered the actual god Tyr. And instead of fighting to the death, they sparred while Tyr taught him his wisdom. And he was known as like the first, I guess, for a human, it would be like the first like civilized orc. He decided to become a paladin and a champion of Tyr. And while he didn't fit in with the populace, they respected him because of how devoutly he followed his god.
Yeah, I'll recount and tell that story, and it probably sounds a lot like our version of like the Good Samaritan. Be like, yeah, and he was a good orc.
Yeah,
Until he wasn't.
yeah. Take it with the 22. You would remember his name was Nuke Thunder, but Nuke is spelled N-U-K.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Nuck.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's the opposite of a silent E. It's an invisible E.
Yeah, Nuke Thunder.
It's
So they think
orcish.
this guy is alive still, or he's like reborn into somebody else?
Unknown, unsure, but everyone is panicking because it means that he is in some way, shape, or form very much alive.
Hmm.
Also, for everybody but Shannon, this is a character my daughter created and drew and wrote out a whole storyline for, so I can take no credit for this. Yeah, my
Heck yeah.
7-year-old
no.
daughter made the Nuke Thunder.
We have to fight the machinations of a 7-year-old girl. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, you
Dun, dun,
guys
dun.
are screwed. But yeah, let's because we have 5 minutes to spare. Let's pull you guys out of the Hall of Heroes.
I think before we leave, I nudged Tanga and I go, hey Tanga,
Mhm. Yes?
hey,
Make these
did you
calls.
did you did you call Lodestone Lodi?
Oh, sorry. Bad habit of calling everybody with nicknames. You have to come up with different names instead of like your legal name, the way we do here in the Feywild. Otherwise, someone's gonna take your stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, like there's Lodi, Lulu, Hoobie Stank. Everybody's got one.
Lodestone, did I offend? I'm sorry. It's a habit.
Yeah, I'm not offended. It's quite all right.
Oh, good. Hoobie, if I ever give you a nickname, will that upset you? I'm
no,
sorry ahead of time.
Hobie's my name. You've been saying it right the whole time.
Do you want a nickname?
Absolutely not. No,
Oh, all right. Well, I'll keep that in mind then.
I thought you were respecting my wishes and not giving me a nickname and just calling me by my legal name.
Absolutely
You are
not
all about
guilty.
legality, so I
Yeah.
guess, sure.
Uh,
No
as you
problem.
guys come back, you see that Knight has both of Daisy's hooves on his shoulders, and they're like playfully headbutting each other.
Surely that can't be healthy for the horse.
Yeah, this is progressing a little bit too fast. Mr. Knight,
Yes, Sir Hobie.
you mind? Just be careful. That's yeah. Hey, Mr. Knight, I got a weird question for you.
Absolutely, and he like
You
picks up her
wouldn't.
front hooves and sets them on the ground, tussles her chin a little bit, and faces her. Yes, sir.
I know you don't want to tell us your god. It's not Tyr, right?
No.
All right. You wouldn't happen to anything to know about a prophecy about Tyr, or one of the people attached to Tyr called and I'll look at the paper, Nuke Thunder or anything, would you?
Oh yes, Paladin Thunder. He was the
Oh.
first orc to ever become a paladin. He was a man of
Oh.
honor.
Is he still a man of honor?
I don't know. I've never met him. He disappeared a few hundred years ago.
Oh, well, sounds like you know about just as much as we do. That's unfortunate.
Oh yes, the towns and villages he visited always prospered. They were always very peaceful. People had nice things to say about him.
So, I wonder why people ain't saying nothing nice now. They're all worried about his shiny statue.
Well, if a statue goes from not shiny to shiny, that is usually a cause for concern.
But why? It's shiny now. That sounds like a positive. You don't have to dust it or nothing.
I suppose if you leave something in the way it is and then it turns into the way it is not supposed to be, that would be off-putting for some people. Like if you had walked out of the hall and I was wearing red armor, you'd be like, "Knight, what happened to your armor?" Hmm?
Well, that's true, but not. I'm sure you would look lovely in red armor. It's fine.
Oh, you. He does the hand thing again. Wafts the air.
Are we good to make our acquaintance with your auntie again, Lodi, or?
Yes, I believe it is time.
All right. Well, we are going to put a pin
Save that for
in
next time.
that big boy, and I'm gonna leave this up. So when you guys return, I have reason to believe that our gift friend will be indisposed for a while. We're not gonna put on Twitch why.
Right.
He's a busy man, and if he ever hears this, Justin, congratulations. We all love you. But VC will be back next week, and that will be, huh?
For like a minute, I was like, "Yeah, why isn't he?" Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Yeah,
Busy
rehab.
boy. So again, just because a couple people bailed and I didn't want like a ton of exposition to go without like all parties here.
Daddy,
hope you
I'm
guys...
hinting.
Oh, hey Justin. I hope you guys enjoyed our little mini adventures that were kind of silly and fun. I will say you guys dodged. Well, Lodestone, you like flat out dodged combat in your own brain. You also dodged combat in the tavern. And you guys
Really?
dodged combat
With that
when
pissed
you
off
met Knight.
waitress.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tried
She
to
was
haggle.
gonna throw a hand.
Yeah. You guys managed. So I talked to Shannon about this. I set up 3 like combat instances, I suppose, and then 4 or 5 like role playing things.
Oh, I didn't feel in danger at all, so that's odd. But then again, Tanga doesn't really know
good.
things.
Feel safe. Continue to feel safe.
I don't like when God says that.
Yeah. A fighter who will attempt diplomacy. What have I done? You have built a multi-dimensional character, and it's super
Disgusting.
cool. Yeah, again, shout out to my daughter. I won't say her name on Twitch because I don't want random people knowing it, so we don't get doxxed. For coming up with an absolute monster of a character.
Banger of a name.
Junior
Love
God.
it.
Yeah, she.
Daughter's
God
actual
Junior.
name is Nuck Thunder.
Yeah, she and I talked about him. I think like for a total like combined time, we talked for about an hour and a half of like what he was like, what he did, what happened to him. Like it, none. I can take no credit for what happened to this guy or what is about to happen to him. However, the way you guys interact with him, like with all things, will shape a part of his story. Do you guys have any housekeeping before we take off and go our separate ways for the rest of the week? Until Thursday, in which case, Rob, aka the better DM, will be doing our swashbuckling campaign.
What experience have we gotten from this?
Oh, none. No.
You got to give me the total because I have lost count.
Well, that's
Okay,
the thing. Now
I-
people are gonna have separate since some people didn't make it.
Yeah, I will audit your experience when I am not in a
Experience.
military school. So you will get it probably over the weekend, bud.
No, is it really? No, it's not that.
Steve, so you were supposed to have 3675 before, since you were at all
Yes.
of the things.
Yes, you are at 4325 right now, Steve.
I'm gonna double check because I'm a bitch. I don't know.
I was off
Steve,
by like a thousand. What the hell?
Yeah, it's okay. Math is hard. But you guys are good? Everybody else is good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns? Anything you want to see happen? Anything you don't want to see happen?
I'm very excited about Night and whatever the fuck that's about.
Are
Good.
Are you still streaming?
Yes, I'm still streaming.
Okay. No.
You're
No, I
gonna
didn't have
say
any
something
bad-
weird?
Well, a little, but not like a bad thing. More like I found that fun to just be like, nope, I'm not interested. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, when you were getting hit on?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
'Cause you never
enjoy.
know what type your character likes, so.
It turns out Hobie doesn't like anything.
Yeah, Hobie just doesn't like. Yeah,
And
Hobie's
that's
just very,
great.
just agnostic and just like no.
He's
no.
agnostic.
No, out of game, Tenga is demisexual, so as long as she likes them, it's game on, right? So.
I think Hobie's probably gone to school with somebody who's like, yeah, we went out for like lunch like 3 or 4 times. He's a good friend of mine. We hung out. We like watched him and like without realizing it, like went on dates.
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
just, you totally zoned out for that.
Never. Just
Dude,
zoned
I didn't know you
out.
liked flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
really
man.
I
nice.
assume
Oh,
you
these
wanted
are
the whole
great.
dance across the road.
Oh.
Yeah, safety.
Yeah, it's safer that way. Yeah, totally.
So are
Yeah.
they
That's so good.
asexual? Is he asexual or clueless?
I think it's
It could
like
be both.
full. I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I respect that.
Yeah.
Schwad, is your character also asexual? Because he's getting hit on. He's like, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, Yars was not in it. But I mean, maybe he just doesn't like women with beards, you know?
Yeah, maybe he was just grossed out.
Schwad did
That's
say
funny.
wifey to the random waitress who threw her
yeah.
apron, so.
the violent woman. Oh yeah, that's my thing.
Yep.
I like that.
Violent women are my go.
Yeah,
I respect
he's
that.
Spike Spiegel. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for coming again. Sorry, not a whole lot of punchy, kicky, shooty stuff. That will be coming at you in droves, probably pretty soon.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope you guys had fun.
Yep.
I had fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump down into just bullshitting. So I'll see you guys in a minute.
GG, guys. Bye-bye.
GG, bye bye.
I had a lot of fun. I love role-playing sessions, so I'm not complaining because I'm a fan of role-play more than combat. Just, I know, unpopular opinion, but it's fun. So more of this campaign, Year of the Dragon, on Tuesdays. I'm sorry we missed last Thursday for our swashbuckling campaign. People were busy for 4th of July stuff, you know, Americans, whatever. So I hope to see you guys. I believe we're still gonna Oh, I don't know if we're gonna, because we're missing some people this week, so I'm not sure if Thursday's happening or not. But hopefully, I don't know, 6:30 p.m. EST. Hopefully, I don't know. I want to be there because it's my favorite part of the week. But if you want to hang out, I hope to see you then. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye bye, everybody.